Good morning, members of the board, faculty and staff, family, friends, and most importantly, the class of 2022. As a graduating class, we're all here today for the same reason, and for those wondering, no, it's not the great weather and to get a great tan. The reason is, the journey is finally over. Whether you've been here for 4 years like me, or have spent your entire academic career here, it's over. The moment we walk across this stage, that's it. We all go our separate ways. We embark on a new era of our lives. I want to say we should all be delighted about it. I mean, think about it. No more late night cramming for AP classes, or realizing the day of you haven't started one of Mr. Luzinas's famous take-home quizzes. However, when I was sitting in my room writing this speech, those weren't the events that came to mind. I can only think of the memories we've made over the past 4 years. I know coming from Wyandskill and only being able to experience high school here, you might not think I'm qualified to be standing here. I mean, most of our class has been going to Tamarac longer than they've known how to ride bikes. Well, I might not be able to say my favorite elementary school teacher was, or talk about nature's classroom, which I'm still not really sure what it is. I think my perspective and experience of the school and community contains value most of those students don't recognize. Throughout my years here, I couldn't tell you how many times both students and staff have asked me the question, why Tamarac? If you had asked me the question at the start of 9th grade, honestly, I would have said I missed the bus to Torreyville Park. So, Tamarac it was. But today, that same question, why Tamarac, would be answered with a much more reasonable response. There's not one person or a certain event that made me appreciate the school. It's the memories like chanting and ringing cowbells on Friday night football games right in those bleachers. Or homecoming day, doing events like tug of war, which, by the way, the seniors would have won this year if Mr. White didn't cheat by helping the freshmen out. It's also the seemingly insignificant things that happen day to day you don't think you'll remember, like seeing hot dogs hanging from the ceiling as a senior prank, or coming in right before Christmas break to see Roden dressed as Santa. I might not have known my why when I came here, but I found it through a school full of dedicated teachers that do things like, well, writing the speech, and having a pleasure of meeting an inspirational and most memorably hilarious class. This is usually the part of speech when people try to talk about the future and be inspirational. I could always go as a cliche and not say I see a bright future for all of us, but that bright thing I see is probably just Mr. Rizzo's head reflecting the sun. On a more serious note, though, I tried to think of things I could say to be inspirational, but I instead could only find myself thinking of things others have done to inspire me. For example, in our class, we have a student named Shay Kerwin, another distinguished Wyandskill alumni like myself, who raised over $75,000 for the American Heart Association after his dad passed away due to a heart attack when he was 7. Or the man whose today's ceremony is held in honor of, Evan Franz. As well as one of our very own graduates of the class of 2022, Joe Krista. Both Evan and Joe have fought a battle harder than most of us here will ever experience, the fight for their life. While fighting rare types of childhood cancers, they remain some of the most outgoing and positive people I know. Not to forget another graduate of the class, Allie Hasty. Allie devotes countless hours to the Unified Basketball Team and Youth Activation Committee, which helps provide equal opportunities and helps to include everyone, including those with disabilities. Now, before you all give me a standing ovation, I'd like to do a few things. Thank you to every parent and teacher that helped raise the class of 2022, and thank you, Tamarac, for giving me my why. As Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda once said, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you.